Hello everyone. My name is Pratik Chauhan. I'm your host for the entire Toronto MLS Strata software. So today we are going to start with our new session on data integrity services. Right? We'll be covering in our session today that how the agents should identify that what is wrong, what is right, which rules and regulations they need to follow, what are the policies enforced by the Toronto Real Estate Board, right? So we'll be covering some of the rules and regulations that how the listing should be posted, how they can promote it, what they can post over there or what they cannot post over there. So we'll be covering one by one all of those listings and we'll be covering few of the examples. Right? Examples are important over here because they should know what is right and what is wrong. So even though under the virtual tour, what they can show, what they cannot show, right? So we'll be covering that. And under the 0% commission, when they are offering what is mandatory, what is not mandatory, right? Under the commission side. So we'll be covering all of those topics. So let's go one by one. I'm covering the rule number one is rule 105, right? The Toronto Real Estate Board don't get dissed. Data integrity services. Ensure your MLS listings are accurate, right? If you find your listings are not accurate, members can make verifiable complaints regarding MLS listings by sending an email to dis at trebnet.com, or you guys can call them directly onto the phone number is 416 443 0028. I'll repeat once again. The phone number is 416 443 0028, right? And the email is D as a Donald, I as a India, S as a Sam at trebnet.com. So you can either email them or phone them, right? If you find something is not right in terms of the data integrity, right? If you find the some of that information they have posted over there is not ethically right, is not professionally deployed over there, then you can call them and make those adjustments as per the laws, right? In contrast to making a formal professional standard complaint, this process for requesting corrections to MLS. So this is not only the complaint center, you can actually call them to make a correction because probably it's not the seller's agent's personal intention when he or she is posting any of the listing over there. Probably he or she didn't do it intentionally, right? So what you can do, you can call them, hey, the information somebody posted over here is not correct, can you please fix that? And what kind of information? Like the seller's name is missing, right? Like the taxes is incorrect, right? I'll even show you how to calculate the taxes from the phased in assessed value, right? From the public records. So these are the informations you can call them and make those corrections to MLS listing agency, right? And they will fix it within a 1 or 2 business days, right? Provides an easier opportunity for all the members to contribute to the integrity of the MLS system, right? There's a one big MLS system. All the agents are a part of it. If you guys find something is wrong, it's your own duty, it's your ethical duty that you call them and provide a right information to the MLS system that something is wrong in this listing. Can you please fix it? And then they will take action and they will fix it. Okay. So the MLS rules were revised effectively in January 2016, right? So the rules we are going to discuss is already been revised in the year of 2016 January, right? That this program has been expanded to reflect them. So we are going to cover few of the rules, right? The first rule is rule number 105, which is MLS listing that displays an internet address, comment, or slogan which promote or advertise the service of the member. I'll repeat once again. The rule number 105 is MLS listing that displays an internet address, comments, slogan which promote or advertise the service of the member, right? Information published on the MLS system shall relate directly to the listings of the real estate agent or the real estate MLS listing agreement. Accordingly shall not be include any information that promotes goods services, right? When you're posting any of the listing, you cannot put slogans over there, you cannot promote another services. Like somebody posted a picture, right? Under the any listing, the picture should not say any slogan that this picture is by taken by this studio, this picture is taken by this company, right? So any slogan, any information, I'll show you. So suppose let's log into the tab, then you'll understand it. Means you cannot promote any other services. You cannot say for the mortgages call these people, no, you cannot. The MLS system is only for the listing, your brokerage information, that's all. You cannot say this pictures has been taken by this studio for a better results, call them. Some people put like little icon at the bottom of the each picture that's taken by this company, is not allowed. Some people put some the phone numbers so they can get a more business, you cannot do that. So no, on the pictures, no. Watermarks, no, it's not. You cannot promote any goods. Watermarks. Watermarks are like a picture, and there's a little icon at the top left right corner with a watermark, so transparent icon. So the people can see a picture at the same time they are also going to see the icon that who has taken this picture, which company has taken this picture. You cannot do that, right? I'll show you. So under this, if I residential property, under Peel, Brampton, detached property, two-story, right? Maximum price 700,000. Okay, let's see, submit. All right. Once you've clicked on any of the picture, right? Now you can see pictures does not, this picture does not has any of the watermark, any phone number. Look at that. Right? It's transparent, it's clear, right? Even though you can see as per the rule number 105, this agent, whoever, this is a agent name is Surinder Singh Thakur, salesperson. This person did not put any slogan, did not put slogan means they cannot promote any another community. They cannot say Sikhism, this property is for the Sikhism, this property is for the Indians, South Asian. This is the slogans, right? So you cannot do that. Look at that. It's not there. But the moment you find these kind of things, you have a right, because it's an embarrassment for another communities, right? Any slogan will be good for a one community but definitely will be bad for another communities, right? So any slogans should be prohibited, is prohibited, right, under the MLS system. So you cannot put any slogans, you cannot promote any services as per the rule number 105. So internet address, right, like www dot, sometimes what the agent is doing, they are posting a listing and at the same time they're putting their website www dot deepman realestate.com right over there, right next to their name, where they have their phone number. Right next to the phone number, they put the internet address, website address, so they can get more traffic. Only right way. No, no. Some brokerage name, then the phone number. Yes, brokerage fax number. Mandatory. Yes, fax number. Yes, address also, and then बिल्कुल. This is the only way, yes, right? So some people are putting their website. I'm just mentioning what you cannot do because that's the most important thing that you need to understand. The MLS listing that displays an internet address, www dot any website, just to bring a traffic. People put it over there and the users click on that link and they increase the traffic, right? But this is a wrong way. Someone can complain about a brokerage as well as a real estate agent, right? And the agent can get a warning at the first time and the second time lose their license, right? uh, no, agents actually can post it by themselves. Yeah, otherwise the agents can do it, yeah. Oh yeah, all agents can do. Yeah, that's not a problem, but you just need to yeah, yeah, yeah. All information is actually provided by the broker, right? And either if the broker is busy, then they can pass it over to the front desk, and the front desk will do it, right? But either the front desk will do it or you do it. Both are on the hook. Look at that. The brokerage name is right now over here, right? Even the agent's name is over here, right? So what I was mentioning, that no internet address, no comments, no slogan, right, which promote or advertise a member or agency. No, 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 because you don't need to have any email ID over here. The reason is whenever they're putting an offer, the offer will be coming over to brokerage, right? So there's no point of having an email over here, technically. Think about it, right? Only things you need to put whatever is needed. Whatever is extra can bring you in a big problem. Okay, so this is a rule number one. Information published on MLS system shall relate directly to the listed real estate and the MLS listing agreement. Accordingly, shall not include any information that promote goods or services, provided that brokerage remarks field may include the name, address, phone number, right? And the member's name. You can enter the email if you want. This is optional. Yeah, you can enter the email if you want, right? Otherwise, this is good. By law, you can enter an email. If you enter email, you will not be in a trouble, right? So, but but not link to that email address. You cannot link that email address to any other further services, right? Some people put the email address and then they'll say you can buy these kind of stuffs from this email. You cannot do that. Only it has to be a professional, right? So, members to be contacted for more information concerning the property. So basically, whatever the information you put it over there, that information should only be there because somebody wants to get in touch with you, right? That's all. So this is the rule number 105. So no internet address, no comments or no slogans. Let's cover the rule number 106. 106 says when virtual tours indicate personal information of the members or the brokerages. You have seen the virtual tours, right? So on the virtual tour, right, there should not be a personal information that Prateek has taken this picture, Prateek has created this virtual tour, Prateek's studio has taken this virtual tour, right? So you cannot put a virtual tour with the personal information of the member or the brokerage, right? Information published. Let me show you one virtual tour. If I'll find one. One second. One second. Let me find one virtual tour. So we'll cover one examples, right? So if you find any odd examples, they'll be really good, right? This is the most important lesson because today you will understand that what you can do, what you cannot do, and what you cannot do. That's the most important thing, right? Because agents can even lose their identity. One second. Let me just see if I'll find one. Yeah. Even if sometimes if your house is like decorated in a certain way, you try to promote it on a Facebook declines it. Facebook says you are promoting something which is not ethically right. Yeah. So so this is the watermark. This is called a watermark. This is okay. It does not say anything or any agency which it's not promoting anything, right? Makes sense, right? So this is called a watermark. But if you find any watermark with a phone number, with a person's picture, sometimes before the agents put their picture on those things, yeah, on the photos, right? So this is really bad. And the agent's picture and the phone number at the bottom. So whoever downloads the picture of the house, right? The agent's name and the phone number will go along with it. Yeah, it's a point. Yeah, if okay, point oh, is it point oh? One second. Point two, point two. One second. Let's see now. Point two. Look at that. Okay, this is prohibited. Now, if you want to call, you can call and say this listing does not follow the rule number 106. 106 is just for the virtual tours, but even though for the pictures, right, you can say that it does not follow the rule. Is a company. Is a company. Yeah, the point two is basically the real estate. Somebody owns a website. Yeah, marketing. Look at that. Here you go. So now it's a perfect example. This is completely wrong. They cannot do that. This kind of a watermarks, right, is been banned by MLS system, right? They cannot do that. And if I call them today, the listing will be down within 2 business days. They have to fix the pictures, they have to fix the watermarks, and then they can post it because they cannot promote their personal addresses. Look at that. This becomes a company name, right? And from a company name, this becomes a. I know. That's why when the agents don't know, they get a warning. And if they don't understand it second time, they lose their license, right? So this has to be fixed. So this is a perfect example, right? So let's go further. I just want to see there. Yeah, all of them has the same point two. Of course, yeah, yeah. Another people get to know. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, yeah, definitely, man. So this is the most important thing that we need to understand what you guys can do, what you cannot do, right? So this part has to be fixed. You cannot promote your own company's addresses or the website, right? For sale, renting. Look at that. Listen, and they are not related with anybody. Right now, I cannot see. So, okay. So this is a perfect example that they cannot do that. I'm just finding a one virtual tour. One second. Look at that. All of them are exactly right. They have labeled the pictures. If you go back, let me show you. Return to all the pictures are labeled, right? Rules. These are the rules. All the pictures should be labeled, and when you see the picture, there should not be any watermarks, right? This is a perfect example. So when you are actually posting your own listing, these are the things you need to take care. Whether I'm following rule number 105, 106, 107. No, that's not fall under any rule, but that's a best practices, right? Yeah, I don't recommend. I recommend if you're posting a picture, it takes 5 seconds. Just put it like this is look at easy. Like yeah, this is a breakfast room. Yeah, this is a dining area. This is the main floor, right? This is a front porch, right? Kitchen, the third bedroom, and suite, right? So you can label it and it's easy, right? Whoever is checking it out can see your efforts, and on basis of that, you will get a positive results, right? So yeah, sometimes look at that. So you can see this is the kitchen, right? But this house doesn't has basically a basement. But if this is the kitchen, the bottom, if there's another kitchen, then how you'll distinguish, right? So you have to label it. This is the upper kitchen or main floor kitchen. This is the basement kitchen, right? So it'll be easy for a user. The more you'll make it easy, the more you'll find traffic towards your listing. Okay. So let me close this. Let me find a one virtual tour over here because I really want to go through one or two examples of the virtual tour so we can cover the rule number 106 as well. This is okay, realtor. This is not a problem, but that another one was a problem. So somehow I'm not able to find any virtual tour on internet. I don't know. Let me see. That's strange. Uh, it shows over here. Click for a virtual tour. Now, let me show you. Let me check it out over here. Criteria. Story. One second. So this is one of the slideshow or the virtual tour, I think. But it's not exactly a virtual tour. Yeah, guys have seen the virtual tours, right? This is not exactly a virtual tour. This is slideshow. Yeah, but usually when you open it up, any of them, you see the virtual tour over here. You click on that button and it'll take you to the another link. One second, I'm not. Sorry, which one? Yeah, got it. Here you go. So this is a virtual tour, right? So on that virtual tour, it's not exactly the same. You'll find few more pictures in a virtual tour. Yeah, yeah. You're moving inside. It's a 360-degree angle. It's a kind of the same thing, right? Yes. Means, yeah, kind of a slideshow. They put it under the virtual tour, no? 360-degree angle, no? So it's basically, you can see, even though if this is a virtual tour, think about it. This one is following the rules and regulations as per the rule number 106. One second. As per the rule number 106, when the virtual tours indicate personal information of the member or the brokerages, then there is a problem with the DIS, data integrity services. Okay. So this looks so good to me, right? So let's go ahead with the rule number 304, R304. When 0% commission is being offered to a cooperating brokerage or mandatory fields are not completed. Now there are the multiple rules we need to go through under the 304, right? One second. So the rule number 304 says no member shall submit an MLS listing to the MLS system that depicts the TREB MLS rules or the policies or TREB bylaw, right? So means no members can submit any of the information, right, to the to the MLS listing that basically becomes a contradicting to the rules and the regulations of the MLS system, right? So everyone has to follow the MLS system rules and regulations. So the first one says, without limiting the generality of the foregoing and the other provisions of the MLS rules and the policies, any such MLS listing shall not accept by TREB or any MLS listing which, if it excludes any members from showing the property but does not include any MLS listing, indicates no showing. Means you cannot put over there no showing. You cannot exclude any member or any brokerage. The moment you put a listing, then it's available for everyone. You cannot say that is you this brokerage or this agent cannot come, or you cannot say no showing. Some people put a no showing on the listing, right? They cannot do that when there was a more bidding, right? Some people put no showing. They cannot do that. So rule number 304 B number, part number 1, it says if it excludes any members from showing the property, right? In detail it says but does not include an MLS listing that shows no showing, then it's a problem. Okay, so if you got a lot of listings, if you got like a lot of listings and you got a lot of traffic, right? So by law you can put no showing, right, if you already got a lot of offers, right, and you need to figure it out which one you need to pick and choose. But if you don't put no showing, you cannot say any agent that you cannot come. Make sense? Any agent, any brokerage can book a timing for a showing, right? You cannot say no to that agent or the brokerage until unless you don't put a no showing advance. N- No showing in advance, na? In a, yes, yes, no showing. Then it's okay. Yes. Exactly right. And the rule, second rule says if it excludes any member from acting as a corporating brokerage, right? If some of them is acting as a corporate brokerage, you cannot exclude it. You have to pay them their commission. You cannot say that on this property we are not gonna pay anything. No, you have to pay them, right? If it does not provide a compensation to the corporating brokerage for the sale of the listing property, that's a rule number 3, right? So these are the rules. If it doesn't follow, you can complain them, can say rule number 3 or 4 is not being followed on this property. right? So it has to provide a right compensation to the cooperating brokerage, right? If all the mandatory fields are not completed, which are the mandatory fields? Let me show you. On this, look at that. The seller's name. This is a mandatory field. If you don't have a seller's name, you can never make an offer, right? You need to have a seller's name. You need to have an MLS number. On a single MLS number, they cannot put two properties. Or sometimes what they do, they run two properties on two different MLS number. No, it cannot be done. It has to have a single MLS number related to a single active property. Makes sense, right? Two MLS number with the two active properties cannot be done. Otherwise, it will be conflict of interest. Yes, yeah, two different properties. It's not right. Two MLS number for the same property. Sorry, for the same property. For the same property, it's not right. Otherwise, then yeah, right. Same MLS number. Own MLS number. Yes, definitely. Right. So the seller's name has to have a clear identity over here, and it has to have a right name over here. Right. You can verify that from a public records as well. Okay. Taxes. This information should not be missing, right? If the property is brand new, then only you will find that this information is missing because they haven't got a phased in assessment value, right? So the taxes information, I'll show you how to calculate it from the phased in assessment value. If the property is brand new, then the only way that you will see this taxes information blank, otherwise this taxes information will be filled in, right? The property address, postal code, and how much is listed for, right? And its status, new, and down there, commission, what's the price, right? When is going to be expired, and then the brokerage information. Brokerage remarks are really important, that which are the documents they require when they are getting an offer from you, right? And before last year, they're mentioning over there no conditional offer, no mortgage condition, no inspection condition under their brokerage remarks. Make sense? No. So last year, if you have checked it out, under the brokerage remarks, the the brokerage paired over there that no conditional offer, no inspection. Yeah, it's legal, right? So they can say that they don't want any offer with the condition, with any conditions, because they're getting a lot of offers, right? So these are the rules and regulations that everyone needs to follow, right? So if any of the listings does not follow these rules and regulations as per the 304 law number, you can call them and they will remove it from the MLS system. Hmm. Hmm. No, no. It has to be 2.5%. Because some of the brokerages all inclusive, no? Mm, no, no. No. If the brokerage is not paying HST, right, then you don't need, because you haven't received HST, and then you don't need to pay that HST to the government. Make sense? No, HST is not your money. HST is the government's money. So if no, if you don't receive it on a certain invoices, if some of the brokerages are not receiving or paying HST to you, right, then you don't need to pay HST, the same HST to the government. Yes, mostly like most. Hmm. Hmm. No, but if But only if you have received HST. Only if you have received HST. If you haven't received HST, and that's why what you need an invoice. Invoice clearly says that brokerage is not paying HST, they are just paying a direct amount to you. But I'll clarify it and I'll answer this question. By law, bylaw in Canadian corporation, these are the corporations, right? Canadian corporations, they have to pay HST and you have to pay the same HST to the government. This is the bylaw, right? But I will confirm that why they are writing down HST or sometimes they don't write HST. I will double check it. What's the matter inside it, right? Because I haven't received that money yet, so I don't know about it. Okay? Yeah. Because that becomes your business income, right? Okay. So as per the 304 law, right? These are the rules and regulations you need to follow. And the law number C under the 304 says if a submitted MLS listing is deemed invalid as herein before provided, TREB shall send a notice to the listing brokerage, right? Who shall within 2 days, the TREB business days, remedy the information through a rerun, a process, or a cancellation, right? If any information is incomplete or wrong, a TREB with send a notice to the brokerage company, right, or agency. They have to put it down within a two trap business days. If they don't, then the trap will take a further actions. Make sense? So if you complain to trap that this information is wrong on this listing, right, or the person put the sold conditionally, or the person put like is still available, is they are already received an offer and they accepted it, right? If they don't change the status, if they don't fix it, if they don't fix the incompleted fields, then within 2 days, first of all, they send a letter, right? With the letter, it clearly says within 2 business days, or email within 2 businesses, you have to fix it, otherwise, we will put it down. If they don't, then they will get a warning letter. And if they make the same mistakes, then the even brokerage will lose the license. Yeah. Agent individually cannot post it. No, means but the responsible, that's the agent's responsibility that all the fields are filled properly, completed properly, right? All the pictures are completed properly because those people who are posted, right, they don't have a right information. You have become an agent, you have cleared your exam. It's your duty that you will follow the trap systems rules and regulations, right? So it's agent's duty. Definitely, if the brokerage will not put it down, because the brokerage will receive an email, right, from Trab, and they will take actions and they will say, hey, you are an agent, you made this mistake. If you make it again, it will be in a bad impact our company's reputation in the following run, right? So you have to take care of that. I know it's the both hands responsibility when agent is providing information if they are the one who's posting it. But 90% of the time the agents are the one like who are doing it by themselves. It's easy, few clicks away, right? You can post it all those things, and the brokerage receives calls for the booking and the showing, right? No, agent can post it. All of those things. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, you can. Without the broker, you just need their name and their authentications, but you can post it by yourself. I will double check it out with them, but agents has a right agent. Okay, I, Hmm. Yeah. No, definitely. No, only if you are authorized. Yeah. 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 Are right and covered. Yeah. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. Yes. I will clarify the clarify this part as well. Easily. Easily a new person can definitely make a lot of mistakes and miss the, yeah. So it has to go through a right channel, and I will verify with the front desk like how. Well, actually, this is the front desk one. This is the front desk one, right? This is not mine, and I will check it out with them, like how the system is going, because how it goes, like it goes through my listings, right? I don't have any listing at the moment, right? So I'll check it out with them, and I will let you know how does it work, right? Over here in this brokerage, because I've gone through the Remax Integra, and it's a little different from here to Remax Integra. But let's cover the rule number 312, right? Rule number 312 says when there are the duplicate MLS listings by more than a one member, right? Only MLS listings for any one trade function signed by a same seller may be placed on the MLS system at a one time. Means I have already completed that part, but let me tell you one more time. So a single property comes into a MLS system, right, with the MLS number, right? The same person reposted the property with a different MLS number. So rule number 12 says when there are the duplicate MLS listings by more than a one member, then you are breaching the rule number 312, right? So this is the rule number 312, MLS number, right? So if you reposted, sometimes the MLS system doesn't validate whether this property has been posted before or not, and they are the two active MLS numbers with the same addresses. So this is a bylaw problem, right? Rule number fifth, right? Rule number 345, when an MLS listing indicates no showing, inspection, or registration of offers, the listing must be suspended. When an MLS listing indicates no showing, inspection, or registration of offers, right? The listing must be suspended. No showing, no inspection, or no registration of offers. When you don't want to take any offers, why your listing is active? Makes sense, right? When you don't want that your property get inspected, right? Why your listing is active. So it says MLS listing appears on the MLS system shall be immediately available subject to applicable legislations, the right of reasonable accommodation of the occupancy for showing, inspection, or registration of offers. In the event of existing listing become unavailable for showing, inspection of the registration of the offers, the listing shall be suspended. When any of the listing is not available for showing, inspection, or registration of the offers, the listing should be suspended immediately. This is the rule number 345. While under suspension, a record of all the requests by the cooperating brokerages for showing an inspection or the registration of the offers shall be kept by the listing brokers. Okay, so suppose I'm putting down my property. Somebody complained about it that my property shows no inspection, no registration of offers, and I'm bringing down my property. I'm thinking that I'll do it by the end of day. Somebody made a complaint in the morning, and 8 hours of time, whatever the request I'm getting for the showing, for the inspection, for the registration, by law, I have to keep all of those requests in a safe. I cannot throw them. This is, if you throw them, then you are in a trouble. By the rule number 345. Make sense? Yeah. So these are the rules like everyone has to follow, and this rule is effective since 2008. Makes sense, right? Rule number 345. Upon the sellers resending the suspension, the listing brokerage shall be immediately notify all the cooperating brokerages who have requested showing, inspection, or the registration of the offer. So these three things, showing, inspection, or registration of offer, if you see any of these things, then the property should be down. Because if they are not ready to take any offer, why the property is on MLS? Makes sense, right? So this is a rule number 345. Let's take an example. One second. Let me show you one of the criteria, one of the brokerage remarks. Peel, Brampton. This is client remarks, means for the clients, right? When you print a report, or when you print MLS listing, it only prints this part. It does not print this part. This is only for your agent, right? The buyer's agent. The buyer's agent will see this. So these kind of things you will find it over here. No showing, no registration. So you have to see this part. What are the remarks for the brokerage? Hmm. Yes, definitely. You have to click send. No, you have to click send. Look at that. I'll show you. No, it will not go. Look at that. If you scroll it down, I'll show you. It's a client full, broker full. Under the broker full, all of this information, when is going to expire, what's the percentage, how much money you're gonna make, all of that information will the client can see it, right? But client cannot see this part. Client can see this thing, client remarks and extras, right? Client can see this thing, but client cannot see this thing because client can bypass you. Client can directly go to them and can say, hey, I don't have an agent. You are the listing agent, right? Why don't you sell this property and give me a $10,000 off out of a property? I'm telling you, this thing happened a lot of time, and the agent has done it, right? So you have to be a little more careful when you're doing it. And so I was talking about the remarks, right? So whenever you're checking out the broker remarks, you need to check it out this thing, no showing, registration, no registration to any offers, right? Or then no inspection, right? So these are the things you need to check it out. They can say no conditional offer, right? But they cannot say these things, no showing, no inspection, no registration of offers. Let's cover the rule number 360. When there is a requirement for the name in the seller's field, MLS listing on the MLS system shall contain all the information necessary for preparing an offer for sale, lease, or sublease. This is a seller's information, right? If the seller's information is missing, how a agent can build a lease, sublease, or a sale agreement? Agent cannot do that. So by law, rule number 360, that information has to have there. Yeah, has to be, right? By law, rule number 370, when there is an MLS listing is designated as an office listing, right? When an MLS listing is designated as an office listing in the listing sales person field, The broker manager's name or the name of the member who is familiar with the property shall also appear after the word office, right? Right now we don't have that example, but if any of the MLS listing is designated as an office listing, then the the member's name should be there after the office word, the member's name, that who is putting this offer, right? Who is giving this listing away, right? The person's name has to have there. So we don't have that example, but so soon I'll find it. I'll show you that example as well. So that's a rule number 370. If we cover the rule number 385, when wording or other embellishments appear on the photograph, that we have covered it, right? Any wording or any advertisements on a picture, then you're breaching a rule number 385. Photographs or other graphic images of the property with the wording or any another advertisements related to the property shall not be accepted by the MLS listing to be serviced through the MLS system. Make sense? So the wordings, sh- which picture? Your picture? No, 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 you cannot. Only name. No, no. And the moment your name is there, it's basically a link. Look at that. These are the links. Click on that. The moment you click on that, you'll see there's a agent's name, agent's brokerage. Yep. On that you can see, right? Look at that. But over here you cannot see. Which over here? No, no, no. You cannot. No, you cannot. No. By law you cannot, right? So this is a standard way of putting an listing on MLS system. Okay, so this was a rule number 385. No wordings or advertisements on a picture. Rule number 610, reporting of the sold price where the date for the condition has expired. Reporting of the sold price where the date of the condition has expired, right? So the sale, lease or sublease of the residential or the commercial MLS listing shall be reported by the listing broker through the MLS system whether the condition or firm, conditional or firm, right? To the trap within the 2 business days. You are a listing agent, I'm a buyer. You accepted my conditional offer. Now, by law, within 2 business days, you have to call TREB, inform TREB that this property is conditionally sold. This property is firmly sold. Make sense? So you have 2 business days to do that. Reporting by the listing brokerage of a commercial lease, sale or sublease price shall contain the price shall contain the unit of the measurement in which the original listing was posted. So whenever you are, basically it's not you, it's the brokerage side now. The brokerage has to inform TREB that this property is sold for this price, and once it's sold, this is the measurements of the property, and this is the address and all that stuff and the MLS number. So the brokerage, I know. I know, but this rule only applicable when you are selling a commercial property. Because in the commercial property, you have a lots, right? Some lots are big, some lots are small, right? And inside those lots, those are the apartments, right? So you need to tell them that which one, this and 22, 22, this much space. Makes sense, right? So this rule only falls for the commercial. So I'm covering the residential and the commercial both at the same time. And rule number 610, right? So the 610, the part number A is for the residential. If your residential property conditionally sold or firmly sold, you have to inform TREB within 2 business days. For the commercial, you have to also report them within 2 business days, but with the measurements this time and the unit number, right? And the rule number A says the residential sale price shall be reported to the TREB within a 2 business days, right? Reporting of the firm transaction, removal of the condition. Two things: conditionally offer accepted or firmly offer is accepted, right? You have to inform them 2 business days, and you have to say first part is reporting of the firm transaction, second part is removal of all the conditions. You have to inform them the conditions, whatever the conditions is for the mortgage or the inspection, has been removed now. Make sense? Part number A. Part number B for the commercial now. A commercial sale price shall be reported either at the time of the reporting of firm transaction, second, at the same time a reporting a firm transaction, and a request that the price is suppressed until after closing, right? So it's the same thing. Basically, you have to inform what is the price this property is sold for, either it's a commercial or a residential. You have to inform them whether it's sold firmly. Once it's conditionally sold, you don't need to reveal the price this property is conditionally sold, right? Because probably there could be an option. You told them that this property is conditionally sold to this person at this price, right? They know the price now, and tomorrow whatever is the condition, they couldn't able to fulfill the condition. The property is back to the market now. Now everybody knows what's the price you have sold this property. $20,000 down, $50,000 down, right? So that's why once your property is conditionally sold, don't reveal the price. Only reveal the price once your property is firmly sold. All the conditions have been removed. The trap. In the first condition, yes. First condition is conditionally sold, right? That this property is conditionally sold, so they can put SC, sold conditionally. No, no. Once they will not put the price, but why you want to reveal your number, right? Sorry, which brokerage? Exactly, exactly. They will change the title from new. Look, I'll show you. Yes, look at that. It's new, right? Let me show you one thing. Look at that. It says sold conditionally. So they change the title for you, but before changing a title, they have to inform them, Treb, that this property has been sold conditionally and we are changing the title, right? Otherwise, if you don't change the title, someone can complain and you will lose offers and you'll get a warning letter. Yeah, definitely. They will put new again, no? Again new, and then you have to accept an offer, then you have to call them. First time they'll give you the warning, they will not terminate the list. Hmm. Yes. So sometimes why they do that, it's 11 days, right? It's 11 days, right? It's okay. The moment it'll reach to 60 days, 90 days, I'm a buyer. I think something is wrong in this property. Why it's not been sold after it's been 60 days, 90 days, so many days? Agent take it out, repost it. Else sure, day number one. Date. DOM is basically how many days is on Treb. Yeah, basically how many days it stays on in the market now. Yeah, tomorrow it shows 12 days. Yeah. The moment it will reach like 90 days, think about it. I'm a buyer. I'll definitely think something is wrong in this property. Why this property is in the market from last 90 days, 120 days, right? I'll definitely think, right? And I will not buy this property. I'll buy that property which comes and a lot of offers will come to that property, right? It's a common criteria, right? Sorry? I know. I know. Definitely, definitely. And that's why, look at that. This is called PC, right? Price change. Let me show you what happened with this property. 37 days in the market, 839,900, 849,900. So they decrease the price on this property, right? By $10,000. 37 days. So means what I'm trying to explain it to you that that's why the property has been terminated and is terminated by the agent. They terminated and then they reposted. Yes, you can do. No, that's not a problem. But if the treb will do it for you, then it's a big problem because then you receive a warning letter and the treb will do it. Hmm. 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 Post it again. Yeah, that's all. No problem. No. No, you have to inform. You have to inform seller. It's terminated before. Of course, yeah. Yeah, yeah, definitely. Yes, it has to become an agreement. 120 days, yes. New agreement. Yes. Yes. As new. Yeah, and you will show date on a market one. Huh. Of course. Yeah, let me show you. Yeah, some terminated, suspended. Yeah, on sale. Yeah, yeah, definitely. Anybody can see whatever is on MLS is the record for everybody to public can also see. Not public agents can also see because doesn't have the MLS username password. No, they cannot. Look at that, no? Yeah. No, it's not mandatory. But someone can complain that if you want $900,000, why you are posting at $700,000? Someone can complain. Because if you are not intended to sell a property at $700,000, that's not an agent's intention, right? 650. And yes, instead of bringing a crowd, he has a right. Yeah, seller has a right. Seller can say he can refuse it. Seller can refuse. No, he is not on that position where he can provide any reason to anybody. He can he can refuse anyone. Yeah, he can accept a $300,000 offer. They can leave it as it is. The first thing, if yes, yeah, definitely, yeah. Well, exactly, you can do that. If the agent's intention is to sell a property of 100,000, $200,000 more, then agent has to take out a property and put a right price. Otherwise, update the price. Otherwise, the another agents can complain about him that I don't know why this property is on the market because even $100,000 more, $70,000 more, we are not getting any response. So something fishy is over here. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. Because when the property is on the market for a longer time, the people think like the normal people like you and me would think like something is wrong with the property. We don't think like that that this property is listed for this price, that's why it's not selling. We always think like that something is wrong with the property. That's why it's been a more than 1 year the property is not been sold. Before he could probably sold the property for seven something, right? Yeah. Look at that. This is a bad impact on our properties. I'm telling you. So always put a right price, right? Then only you are able to sell it. Otherwise, mhm, mhm, mhm. Hmm. Mhm. Yeah, but instead of making your own assumption, what you have to do, you have to go. Now, other day I was checking it out on the a similar kind of property has not been sold in that area, in that particular lane for the last 2 3 years. Yes. The last price we have is 600 something. Now, yeah, you can compare it with not that street, maybe in that location, in other street, but then same similar property. Yes. That similar property is also sold for something around 800, something, and she is listed for 950. Oh, okay. How do you make out the market price now? Okay, let me tell you, right? So inside a tab, right, there is an option called statistics, right? You can find out the statistics for each and every month, right? So if you know inside that neighborhood, right, the inside that neighborhood 905 region, Brampton West, Brampton East. Can you show us over there? Yeah, definitely. So let me show you. Let's go to info center. Let's go to home page. Right. Under 1 second. Market watch and trap market stats. Right. So this is market watch. Right. How many properties have been sold in Toronto, Brampton, all those regions? February 2018 sales activity is this. February 2017 sale activity is 7955. One second. Average selling price 767. Average selling price 876. This is a real number. Now, what does this mean actually? The average selling price, so they are taking average of some properties which are 1 million, they are taking the average of, and then they are taking out the average. What does that mean? 10 properties sold in the year of 2018. Just take an example, right? Properties sold in the year of 2017. 17, right? Total it up, right? Divide by 10. You get an average. Right. Same, 10 properties sold in 2018. This property has nothing to do with 5 bedroom or 1 bedroom. No. The average. Entire average. What's the average? If the average they need to see detached, semis, towns, all of those properties, what's the average? Yes, condominiums. All the average, right? Average property, right? Average. So 876. So I clicked on 876 last year. Let me show you. Desktop, laptop. You can open this on your phone as well. No? Look at that. Every single thing is over there. Now, this is year January 2018. Just in the month of January, right? Detached sales 1653. Average is 967. New listings is 4364. Active listing is 6819. Look at that active listings. Before, let me show you. Before in the year of 2017. January. To, 1 second, let me show you. 7 to April. Date. Look at that, new listings. Can you see? 28,000 new listings were there from January to April. New listings. 4,364. Right? Yeah. Average. This is for 1 month, this is for 4 months, right? January, February, March, April. Yeah, no, but I'm just trying to explain because average price is the average price. Look at the average price has been dropped 1190221 to drop to 967 847. No, can we say in this way that the properties prices have gone down by more than $100,000? $200,000. Can we say this? Yes, 100%. If I tomorrow somebody, I'm sitting with somebody else, say, but people don't agree. from last year, from yes, average return. Yes. Whatever the property has been sold for 1.9 million, now the same property is dropped down to 967 or a 1 million. 967 or a 1 million. Let's take a 1 million, right? Yes, more than 200,000. The actual major suffer has gone through the detached houses. You know this, right? Detached houses. Yes, easily. But look at that. Now, now the good thing. Look at that. 504 condos. Condos, right? 504,929, 645, 550. So whoever bought a condo. Oh, so sorry. Yeah. Condos. Yes. Yep. Yeah. This is a real number. This is a reality. The condominium prices is not been dropped. Is only increasing or stabilizing it, right? But the townhouses is like this, semi is like this, detached is like this. Yeah, makes sense. So you have to follow this. Click here for the usually monthly reports. Let's click over here. Peel. He bought it last year. Whoever bought any property last year is in a 100% loss. Whoever bought it last year in the before March from 2016 January till 2017 March, the person is in loss. I'm telling you, because right now, because the person must have purchased a property in a multiple bids, 100%, no? Multiple bids means whatever the property is real price, he must have paid like 70, $80,000 more on top of it. If it is detached, easily, right? If he has paid $80,000 more in today's market, nobody will give him $80,000 more. So, so yeah, look at that. So this is the real numbers, the February numbers. I got these like from this is called market statistics. Okay, market statistics. Detached houses, 418 detached houses has been sold in the month of February. Dollar amount, this average 915,000, right? The new listing is 986, active listing is 1300. Average days in the market 27. Detached houses, right? Samis are selling quickly, 19 days in the market. Average price 650, 151 has been sold. 116 condominium townhouses is 554, 118 new listings, but the active is 209, 24 days in the market, right? So these are the things year to date. If you compare to year to date, So far, 770 detached has been sold, and average detached in Peel region is $900,000. When I'm saying average, means Castlemore, all those areas, like the good areas, right? So when you're estimating it, you should know that the average is $900,000. If somebody is asking for a million, you should definitely check it out. Something is wrong, right? So these are the statistics you need to see. Peel region, Brampton, February 2018, detached. Yeah. So these are the statistics you need to check it out. One second, before we're checking out something else, we're checking out Peel region, entire Peel region. Spread down to Brampton now. Brampton average price of the house, detached house, is 787. No, that's semi-detached. Is semi? No, yeah, no, that's detached. Look at that. That's the average price. 255 sales, new listings 541, and active listings is 656. 26 days in the market. Explain just a second, new listing and active listing. New listing means every month how many listings are coming in? 541. How many active listings are there from our last month? So 656 means active listings means new listings plus the old listings. Plus the old listings. So like 100 something were the old listings. Yes. 150 were from the last. Which were not sold. Which were not sold. Makes sense, right? The average day on the market is at 26 days. 26 days. Yeah. Okay, where is the 26 days? Average date of. Yeah. Okay. So every property is in the market at least for 25, 26 days. Yeah. Which is also good average still. This is still a seller's market. Huh? Yeah. It's not buyer's market. If you see if every property is being sold in 25 days, now it is not a bad thing. From the January, the prices are not decreasing right now. Prices stable, number of sales are decreasing. Decrease. But the price is not decreasing from the January. Makes sense. Yeah. So these are the numbers. You should check it out every month, and you should provide these numbers to your client as well. Just by saying it, sometimes it does not put that good impact. Send them this report, download it, and send that report. Whatever you are expecting, whether they are trying to sell or whether they are trying to buy, they should know what's the real market number, right? So if they say property price has been dropped, what are you talking about? Send this. If the seller is insisting the higher prices, you have to tell the seller that this price is this much. You put the high price, the property will not sell out. The prices are changing. Yes. So we have covered all the rules today. I hope this session is informative for you, right? So the last rule we have covered is rule number 610, that whether the property is been sold, whether it is a residential or a commercial, firmly sold or sold conditionally, you have to inform them within a 2 business days, right, to the trap. Okay, so that's the last rule. I hope you understand it, and if you have any questions, you can call me, ask me any question through my email, right? Thank you so much for joining, and I'll see you next week. In our next week, we will be covering web forms, how to make web forms on the go from your mobile, from your tablet, right? I know. And before I'll come next week, I will arrange those templates and I will check it out with Treb, that why some of the agents are not getting web forms in their template forms. Okay. Thank you so much. Take care.